having gotten a contract to play in Portugal. He left last week. The Harbour View team, 2 changes to the team that beat Arnott 1-0 last week. Lennox Russell and Lovell Palmer in for Tariq Jimenez and Ajani Talbot, of course. Talbot going to play 3rd division football in Portugal and looking forward to the opportunity. So Harbour View's defence setup now will be pretty different, but still a solid team here, including Kwasa Chung, number 22, who has scored 6 goals so far this season. 4-1-4-1 is the formation they're going with.
Yeah, it's a formation. I think they're trying to be less penetrative in terms of their open play. And I think that's why he has opted to go with this system today, because it's just too open for his liking, as he said in his interview.
Yeah, the Mount Pleasant starting roster will be exactly the same as the one they used last week to beat Dunbeholden by 5-2. And why would we be surprised? Kimar Beckford on the bench under normal circumstances, not a bench player, Kimar Beckford, but after scoring 14 goals last season to be Mount Pleasant's leading scorer in the aborted season, only 2 goals so far this season, and he has lost his place in the starting roster.
Well, with Keston Holland doing well, 3 goals, and Jordan Fletcher also coming with 3 goals in his last game, well, that would occur. But they're going with the 4-2-3-1 system as well, and again, he's looking to...
Well, let's go straight to the highlights then. Harbour View threatening early in the piece. Daly taking the return pass and strikes powerfully left-footed. But Akil Clark on the near post for Mount Pleasant is solid here. Good exchange of passes here with Chong and Daly. And Daly's left-footed strike, very, very solid. But Clark was right there on the near post to hold on. Harbour View looked more threatening in the opening quarter of this game. And here comes Daly once again, just finding the room and the comfort to strike left-footed at goal, and Clark has to be alert here on the near post and tips this one over. Inquires of his defenders why no one challenged the 19-year-old and allowed him that free shot on goal. But here comes the Mount Pleasant go-ahead goal now. After this one, it was the big strong pass played across. Paul couldn't get to it, and here comes Kevon Isaacs now, waiting for some support on the front end. He sees a 17-year-old Devontae Clark sprinting down the left side. Clark sprints into the box and then cannons the left-footed strike to the near post past Tafari Chambers. His first goal of the season. Yeah, it was Ronaldo Robinson losing possession there after tripping over the ball. And in transition, Mount Pleasant making it count. That was a powerfully struck left-footed strike there from the teenager. He kicks the ball just about 8 yards out. He was approaching the 6-yard box and rifled the left-footed shot past the Tafari Chambers, Devontae Campbell. An opportunity here for Lovell Palmer on the far post. But the 2 big central defenders for Mount Pleasant, Lane and Daly, and let Dale Ritchie get in the way. Free kick from Jordan Fletcher. Chambers handles it easily. Here comes Harbour View with Stewart striking hard, and then the rebound to Priestley, who also strikes left-footed, but no stopping Mount Pleasant on that play. Here is the second Mount Pleasant goal. Delightful ball played from inside his own half from Daniel Green. Keston Holt finds himself behind the defenders and steers the ball right-footed past Tafari Chambers to give Mount Pleasant. There's the effort. Oh, that was a sweet long pass from Daniel Green. And with all the comfort in the world, Keston Hall gets his 4th goal of the season for Mount Pleasant and gives them firmer control of the game. That made it 2-0. Mount Pleasant weren't done here, because Jordan Fletcher would add to their woes. Harvey sliding the ball across, and Fletcher just tearing the ball left-footed beyond goalkeeper Chambers. And at this point, Harbour View just appeared as if they didn't have any answers here. That was a delightful goal by Jordan Fletcher. 3-0 at that point. Harvey just running on to the end of it. He spots spotted. You saw him look to his left there, so he saw Fletcher coming on and delightfully played the ball across, perfectly weighted. Harbour View never stopped trying in this game. Chung hits the post from inside the box after the effort from Tevin Scott was deflected. I think some screams there for a handball. And Harbour View went really close there, so at that moment Harbour View probably knew they needed something special. And what a firm strike there on goal by Staple. Comes off the crossbar. Tyrese Williams, the 17-year-old, reacts quickest and heads the ball in past Akil Clark. But look at this driving shot from Staple, and Clark doesn't know what hit him. Cannot respond quickly enough. Tyrese Williams pulls one back for Harbour View 4 minutes into stoppage time and gives Harbour View a glimmer of hope here as a 3-1 deficit. Well, the 3-0 deficit cut to 3-1. 15 shots attempted on goal by Harbour View. 8 of them were on target. Mount Pleasant had 8 shots on goal, 5 of them on target. 27 fouls in the match, 15 of them committed by Harbour View players. No yellow or red cards in this fixture, not very often that we see that. 10 corners in the match, 6 to the Harbour View team. 6 saves by the Mount Pleasant goalkeeper, only 2 for the Harbour View keeper. Mount Pleasant had more time with the ball, 56 ball possession percentage. And Devante Campbell is our man of the match with Dwight Jeremiah.
Good game, Devante. Tell me a little bit about the goal. Were you ever thinking of passing that ball once you got into the box?
No, sir.
You started on the right side. We saw you switching to the left. Was that just of your initiative, or was that instructions from the coach?
My initiative.
And you got a lot of joy on that one.
Yes.
Very good performance from you. You pack a lot of punch in those legs.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, good luck going forward and good performance from you.
Thank you.
Yeah, a good goal from him there. A lot of times we say goalkeepers are not supposed to be beaten at the near post. But again, on that occasion, goalkeeper, you felt the shot was just too... it came at him so quickly. Coach, disappointed I'm sure with the results, but about your team's play, what is it that went so wrong for you today? What is it that went so wrong for you today?
I think we lost our discipline tactically. Players weren't tracking back, and that's the result of it. You're playing against a well-experienced team in Mount Pleasant. All the respect to them, and they capitalize on our errors.
In terms of making your way back into this tie, that goal in the last, how will that really help you?
Well, it's a big goal because now you're down 2 instead of 3. So you can score 2 goals in 10 minutes. Anything can happen. Next week is a new ball game. So we're happy that we didn't lose 3-0, to be honest.
Defensively, what do you need to do? I mean, you'll score goals, but you're just too open. What do you do?
I mean, we have to get back to the drawing board, not to tell you too much, you know, the other coaches here. So we get back to the drawing board and we do our work.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in the next leg.
Thank you.
Well, Harbour View have a lot to do. They did get a goal back in the last part of the game, and so they get some hope and with some momentum going to the second leg. Coach, in the context of your season, compare this performance for me. How good was it for you today?
Well, it was a very good performance because we played a very good side. They were very, very spirited, and they pressed us very hard in the first 15 minutes. And I thought we were going to be in for a tougher game than I expected, but we weathered that 15 minutes and then we got our own game going.
Does their style of play, that open attacking play, really suits how your team play?
Well, we like to feel that we'd play on the front foot and attack. We had an attack-minded team today, but they really pressed us hard in the midfield and didn't give us the time to settle. But as the game went on, we got more into the game and we got more confident on the ball, and I thought we dominated towards the end of the first half.
How do you approach the second leg? Keep what you have, or you go look for that next goal?
No, we need to make sure that we approach the game like we do all the others. Start off with a clean sheet, keep that as long as we can and add to it. Try to win the first half, get in, reorganise, go again, and we'll try and win the second half. It's a completely new game. No 2 games are ever the same, so we must make sure that we're fully applied to this situation and we get the result.
Well, Coach, 1 foot in the semi-finals. Let's see what happens next week if you can get the other one in there. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's Wally Downs, the coach of this Mount Pleasant team. Very satisfied with the 3-1 advantage he has been able to take here from this fixture. Conversely, Sean Fraser, assistant coach for the Harbour View team, happy that they were able to pull back a stoppage time goal, considering, of course, that the 3-1 deficit is a lot more. It is a lot easier to deal with than the 3-love deficit that we were looking at just minutes before the final whistle. So Mount Pleasant getting the victory here by 3-1 over Harbour View, and a fine performance there from Mount Pleasant. 8 goals now in their last 2 matches, following their 5-2 win over Dunbeholden at the end of the regular season last weekend. And Mount Pleasant are putting themselves in a strong position here to get to the semi-finals. Of course, Waterhouse and Cavalier are the team that have already booked their spots into the semi-finals, and they are awaiting the top 2 teams from the quarter-final playoffs to battle them. Vere and Tivoli Gardens coming up next in the second quarter-final playoff in the Jamaica Premier League, powered by Digicel.